The Center for Strategic and International Studies, or CSIS, has called on the government to determine Indonesia's political stance first before joining international organizations such as Brics.
International relations researcher at CSIS, Andrew Wiguna Mantong, said in Jakarta recently that Indonesia needed to reconfirm its international political stance before joining Brics as planned by the government. Brics is a grouping of fast-growing world economies comprising of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, while Indonesia is a middle power country, which basically has a contradictory stance with the aspiration of Brics, Andrew says. He points out that middle power coalitions have never been challenging the current world order, but instead improving existing systems at the operational level according to laws and regulations. On the other hand, Andrew says Brics aspires to change the international order in more concrete ways.
The problem with joining Brics or any other international organization or forums is that whether the sort of calculation of challenges and opportunities really benefit us or not. If the answer is beneficial, then go ahead. But if the answer is not clear, then it's actually a secondary question. You might take some time to make a clear calculation before actually joining, but at the same time, you really have to understand how your policy on downstreaming would have a major international consequences and some foreign policy choices.
CSIS acknowledges that President Joko Widodo's administration has been building solidarity of the Global South, which includes countries in Brics. CSIS Executive Director Yose Rizal Damuri says Indonesia should decide first its interests, idealism, and right strategy to avoid falling into contradictory aspiration between international forums.
And Indonesia already has quite active presence in the foreign economic operations, but unfortunately, perhaps we don't really have a specific or well-defined strategy on that issue. So the first one, we need to know what we want.
According to CSIS, the government should weigh the relevance of joining Brics, while Indonesia is also looking at how far has the country reached its own and common aspirations as a member of other organizations, such as ASEAN, G20, and MICTA, or Middle Power Partnership, with Mexico, South Korea, Turkey, and Australia.